We live in a world where everybody is constantly attracting our attention. They demand our attention, and we are at the mercy of other people's requirements, whether we are doing this or that. So people often ask me why spending time is important, and what to do in your me time, and what not to do in your me time. The inspiration to make this article and make a video about spending me time came from the time that I spent about 3 weeks on Hawke's Bay Beach in Karachi. Zofi and I moved back to Pakistan about 2 years ago, and we live in the mountains in Bhurbhan, where we get plenty of time to spend some me time all by myself, or do yoga, or do our writings, and so on and so forth. Some of our friends, family, colleagues, even strangers get upset if we don't give them enough time and attention. The result is social overdose. Now, what is social overdose? It's simply put, when one has had enough or an overdose of socializing, work plus home, and needs to be away from all humans. Because as long as you are there with socializing with somebody, it's an energy exchange, and you do fall into those traps of sort of like just living at the mercy of other people's requirements, especially considering the norms of society. Some people feel guilty about spending time alone. Don't. This has to be your selfish time. You have to take out time for your own self. Part of your self-love is to spend some time alone. So how do you train your mind? Very simple, by giving it a pause. Imagine ants. They walk in a line, they get up in the morning, they start walking in a line, survival, either for food, or they're carrying the food somewhere else, or so on and so forth, but they are blindly following, and that is the part of their DNA. That's all. So if we also start living in a manner in which, that we are just bound by the routines in which we are involved in, so how do you get time to heal yourself? You get burnt out. So me time is essential. There is a time to socialize, and there is a time not to socialize. Say to yourself, make an intention. I've earned this present time. I've earned this present moment, and I want to be totally by myself with my thoughts, with my managed thoughts, the ones I really want to focus on, not negative thoughts. So whenever I would go on a beach for a walk, or in the jungle on a walk, preferably barefoot, because you sense and you feel the ground, whether it's a sandy beach, or whether it's a grass on a mountain, whether it's a rocky terrain that you're walking on. Sometimes do walk barefoot. All your senses get activated. People who have a passion to do creative cooking, like Zofi and I do cook a lot, and we love cooking. This takes you into a mindful state. In comparison to a person who cooks all other things constant, a person who cooks and a person who doesn't cook, who do you think has more of a chances of being mindful and alert of what they're doing? Of course, the one that cooks, because here you are creating something new. So it requires your full focus onto that thing what you're doing, and not distracted with the monkey brain. People who play golf or any competitive sport, hunting, hiking, swimming in the ocean, climbing a tree or a mountain, people who navigate airplanes, people working in highly explosive jobs, for instance, oil rigs, power plants, nuclear stations, high production factories, have a more focused attention span to be more mindful in the present moment. The problem is that they cannot switch off easily. Yes, it makes them more mindful, it makes them more alert, makes them more vigilant is the word, keeps that man the hunter skills alive at that point in time in which you are focusing on those things. Perfectly all right. Problem is, nobody ever taught them how to switch off that monkey brain. So when they go home from a hard day's work, they are still processing what they have not resolved the day. So they did not give themselves a pause between the office and their work. Hence, they become irritable with their families. They sit on a dinner table after a long day at work of 10 or 12 hours a day of work, and they're sitting on a dinner table, and that dinner table converts into a lecture table for their children. So the children also become very wise, and they start, like, they start eating their foods even before daddy or baba comes back home or mama comes back home. So what is the point of you making all this sacrifices for your family, but you don't have enough time for yourself to heal yourself? When you take mindful steps in nature all by yourself, no distractions of people, your mind becomes more focused and your concentration skills become even better. So when you return back to a workstation, your ability to concentrate and to focus on things for a longer period of time enhances. In a highly competitive world, what gives you an edge over other people is not how fast you are running, is how wisely you're running by giving yourself pauses along the way. Singing and dancing is an extremely mindful activity. Those of you who like singing, you are completely in the present moment. You can't be singing and be thinking about something else. Dancing, when you are dancing, your whole body is moving, whether it is a hal channa or whether it is just movement by itself. I say follow the ABS principle. What is the ABS principle? Always be stretching. Whether it is stretched like this. Now when I'm stretching this whole muscle is being stretched, and when I'm really doing this, my full focus is on this muscle also, and my mind is not going into my tangents, like, thinking about other things. I am in the moment, and I'm trying to bring you in the moment also in this process. That's right. We have to be in the game to make a decent living for ourselves and our families in a highly competitive world. And whatever the reason, we do accumulate a lot of societal poisons in our mind, body and soul, and we do need to heal ourselves for this purpose. So me time helps us to take a slight pause, even if it is a 30 minutes or a 45 minutes in 24 hours, other than your sleeping time. Don't confuse your me time with sleeping time. Sleeping time is important for your healing time. Get yourself enough sleep, which is required for whatever your body requires. There is no standard benchmark. Some people say, I am very good with sleeping 6 hours. Or some people say, well, I need 10 hours of sleep, buddy. Whatever works for you. Find your own recipe. Nobody can tell you how many hours of sleep you need and how many hours. Especially when you're drinking coffee. And this coffee is amazing, by the way, which is made in Farhad Karam Ali's office. And here I am recording this video, and it's so nice to be connected to people in the same industry. He's doing a great job. His team is doing a great job here also. Yeah. So staying on the Hawke's Bay beach, I used to say to myself, hey Aseem, you deserve a mindful beach one. So I would leave my phone behind and I would make my intention and go and walk on the beach for about half an hour, 45 minutes, or even 1 hour or 2 hours for that matter, and go play with the people who are fishing there. They would use to catch crabs for me, and I would come back and cook myself and sort of stay as much as possible. All right. What not to do in your me time? This is the important part. This is the last part. We're not very long now, and I'm only going to take a few more minutes. But the challenge is how to make the best of this time, not just for making money or a position or earning or trying to make progress in the corporate pyramid to keep on making progress. The Matrix, I call it the Matrix. Have you seen the Matrix movie? So this is a very similar to that. The rut, that we're constantly in that rut. How do we switch off? And free from the system. Some take relaxing pills, some take drugs, some alcohol, some live in a depression, and some go to therapy doctors, some get life coaches. But most people will go through a miserable time if they don't resolve these unresolved issues on a daily basis. That's the power of the... If you spend me time alone, if you do meditation alone every day, if you spend some time, if you do your stretching alone, you don't need a doctor. You are the best doctor for your own self, and nobody knows your body better than your own self. Okay, misery is addictive, please remember. Especially in our culture in Pakistan, from Mirza Ghalib to Mukesh, it's all about crying, it's all about misery. So if I'm in a miserable state of mind, look at your Bollywood movies. Yeah, even our romance is not complete if you don't cry. What kind of a upbringing is this? We have not learned how to be happy. We have not learned how to be mindful of the things that we do, we are constantly in a trap of being controlled like puppets on a string by the societal norms and behaviors. What is acceptable, what is not acceptable. You can't even stretch in public. Why? People will think you're strange. So hence, me time alone. Do what you want to do in me time is very important. No phones, no laptop, no screens. Screen time. When is your time when you are not on the screen? How much time within 24 hours you're not on a screen? Try and figure this out. Make a pie chart. From the moment you wake up till the time you go to sleep, how many times do you look at your phone? How many times do you open up a screen, whether it is TV or whether it is your laptop or a computer or your iPad? How many times do you do that? You know, your algorithm knows the answer. Problem is you don't have access to your algorithms yet. Facebook knows, Google knows, but there is an algorithm which knows you much better than yourself do. And people are paying a lot of money for this big data, right? So yeah, no phones, no internet. We are constantly wired into the system. So when are you not wired? Your algorithm can tell you much more about your daily habits, and I think you need to start capturing. Maybe ask a colleague around you, what are my patterns? Start observing your own self, objectively speaking, minus your emotions. I know you have a reason to pick up your phone and look at the messages, whether somebody is messaging you or not, but by and large, the overall pattern is that you're looking at your screens maybe 100, 200, 300 times a day. There is no me time there. That's your social time. No social phone calls, WhatsApp messages. That's not your me time. That's your social and your work time. Avoid overthinking about any worries and challenges. Yes, me time is for self-reflection. But self-reflection doesn't mean that you go into a tangent which is negative and which is depriving you of your inspiration and motivation. Any knowledge that deprives you of your motivation and your inspiration or the fire inside your belly, you don't need that knowledge. Yeah, what do you do to avoid avoid this overthinking? My son Hamza, he recommends, well, I think you should download this app called Headspace, 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 and then it's a guided meditation. It will put you into a meditative state immediately by focusing on your breathing and bring you into a mindful moment. Maybe start your me time by just going to Headspace and listening to a guided meditation for 3 to 5 minutes. That's so you set your intention right before going into anything. Innamal a'malu binniyat, right? So what's the point of going to a beach? I used to say to myself when I saw people walking on a beach in shoes, because all this was inspired by me walking on the beach and so on and so forth, right? Experience the sand. What is the point of going to this beach with your shoes on? Why don't we experience the sand under the feet, barefoot? Why don't we experience the grass under the feet, barefoot? Experience the rocks, pebbles, how you feel. Experience and connect with Mother Earth. When else do you actually connect with? When do you lie down on the actual ground, on the actual earth? Apart from the fact that we go into our salah or when we go into our namaz positions, this is the only time we get grounded. Remember, if you don't have time for yourself, what are you doing with your healing? Remember, me time is your healing time. And then you are trapped into this trap of this society and the norms and everything, and you need to switch off from all those things. And that's what me time is all for. Well, I hope this video helps. Please share your comments below on this topic and add your own also pointers, anything which is missing in this video. This is not a complete video, it's only a first draft. And I'll soon be publishing this on my LinkedIn too, by the way, from the article that I've written. So wish you all the best in your me time and good luck with your me time. Remember, me time is not your phone time. Me time is exclusively your me time.